This channeling represents beings from astral planes and beings who are incarnated on this planet, the highest self of the channeler, Sananda Kumara, and many other beings and entities that are at service of the evolution of humanity. The way of speaking and the tone of voice might be disturbing for those who are not used to it. Perceive the energy and frequency behind each entity that presents itself to assist you and your ascension, as well as the evolution of this planet. So be it and so it is. We wish you an excellent experience.
Recognition is a process that demands time. Time is linear and represents your consciousness catching up. Acknowledgement, self-perception, self-realization comes with the clarity, and many times you misunderstand clarity as you believe and demand from yourself, and this demanding for answer blocks clarity. The demand is in itself the denial. If you are demanding, it's not there. You're reinforcing the contradiction. Do not demand. Do not fight it. Allow it. You misunderstood the lessons of love, and because of it, you fight it instead of allowing it. This clarity comes with the end of all judgment towards yourself and others. There is no wrongdoing, says the Christ. Everything in me is divine, he invites you to say. All of me is good. But in different frequencies, what is good no longer serves the frequency that comes right after. What is impeccable and necessary in your survival is a contradiction to your abundance. How can I act in fear and survival when I am surrounded by beauty? And when you understand you are creator, you start open gates of suffering to make amends with your past. You try to create suffering as a form of punishment, but it shall never work. It only imprisons you in the same old me that never goes home, stuck in repetition. This can never happen, you see. It's a child mistake that breaks something. Try to fix it by breaking it more and more, and gets a panic attack. How can I fix it? Keeps breaking in my tiny hand, unskilled, unprepared, unknowing. It shall never work. Stop trying to fix it. Stop rationing. Stop trying to skip the time of learning, of authentic self-appreciation for what you are as you are. This is just another form of denial. Let me quickly skip this part because I don't like it. This is you. You are out of love again. I don't love who I am, so let me go quickly to a version of me that I love. But you are not it yet. So you embrace a mask, use a mask again. This will never work. Patience is the key of activation of all love forms. Patience requires time. This amount of time can be inconceivably large or the tiniest of measurements, but it requires it. When you keep trying to skip it by denying it, the loop of time you take, it is eternal, because it shall never work. So be it, and so it is. There is no escaping to go back home. You misunderstand me if you think there is any other way. There is not. Let's be clear about it. The escaping, the pretending, the pressure, it's doing one thing: self-rejection. Life to be healed, water to be purified, must be accepted as it is and presents itself. Only from acknowledgement can arise the clarity of the medicine. In this case, will always be a measure of love. Don't go away from yourself in a pretend that saves nothing other than an illusion that is self-destructive. Only men and women that are capable of seeing themselves in the mirror as they are and smile with compassion will rise up beyond the pain of suffering and repetition. So be it, and so it is. Connection to the divine comes from the connection with yourself within. You are the divine. Take this sentence seriously as it comes, face value, literally. If you're rejecting anything, you are rejecting the divine in you. Going back home is connecting fully to the divine. These are a school of mastery of a God creator. What is a God creator? Pay attention. That rejects part of its creation. Creates a universe but hate that corner there. But that universe, it is its body. When you don't trust and dislike your body, it is like a God rejecting, distrusting a part of its own creation. And you know that you are like this. Distrust, pretending you trust, it shall never work. A true, authentic reconnection takes linear time. Be patient. Be joyful. But a joyfulness that comes from the opportunity, not a forced joyfulness that comes from self-rejection. So be it, and so it is. Every aspect of me I shall accept, as every little corner of me in these other dimensions of space and time represents my kingdom, my realm, as a divine God creator. And learning to love it and to guide it is my school on itself to become a Godhead, one that can love all the parts of its creation and endlessly tender it, even when it rebels against creation, even when it wants to destroy itself and everything around it, as it is part of you learning from mistakes and needs your tenderness. You need to create a wall around it that is not unsensible, desensitized to it. It is there to protect it from damaging other parts of itself. This wall that in your body represents an ego structure. And our universe may be as well be represented by a barrier of energy that isolates a planet in conflict like Earth. In quarantine. Everything is mirrored in your body, in your reality, around you. But it cannot be a wall of rejection, destruction, rejection. It is a wall of tenderness, of love, of guidance, of interaction, of elevation. And amazing things come out of it, as from thee strive. They may emerge brighter than before. We don't need strive to become brighter, but it may as well arise from it. So rejoice. The pain, destructiveness, and suffering of your lives may come with the pride of I am in me, as brighter than ever. So be it, and so it is. You alive and well may be the prize of a lost child. Let me go on living. But this is just the postponement of your de facto prize and winning. Me as an ascended master, as a creator of realm. A choice that I made before time. Time itself was never there when this choice was made. Was unconceived. So when I enter this realm, and I become what I chose to become, that is the most beautiful realization and the prize of prizes. So be it, and so it is. So for someone beyond time, what is this spaciousness that we name it linear time? So you can catch up with your consciousness, the full spectrum of what is you at this given moment. Why would you not give all of your attention to the aliveness in you. And then guide it gently, tenderly to its highest form and expression, breaking all linearity and open gates of rainbows upon rainbows upon rainbows that guide you straight into the realm above of frequency, the highest form, what you may call heaven on earth. Why not to give everything of you to you and slowly and beautifully enhance it? So remember, do not fall, do not skip, do not pretend, as you deserve every part of you, the highest form of attention and presence of I am in you, to guide it back home. So be it and so it is. All of you are already there. Remember it. All of you are already there. You never stop being there. That's why in your heart, the sacred spark, the sun brings the interconnectivity with eternity. Remind you, you always have been there. You chose to bring into form there, into here, to overflow, overflow, overflow. When you connect to that sensation, you see that this overflow do not differentiate parts of you. This overflow wants to give and give and give to yourself and all around you. And is the greatest equalizer. As this endless giving, I cannot stop giving. Why it is an equalizer? Because it can only stop when the pressure is equalized. It's like a dam that keeps pouring water. Into the water, the fluid is equalized in and out. It cannot stop. What is this equalizing? Is the highest achievement of all. Dharma in me hearing, where the all is its highest expression. And in that state, where the pressure of love and eternity is equalized inside and outside, is pure joy, eternity on earth. So allow the greatest equalizer to overflow through you. Open your heart to the endlessness that comes through you, through everything around you. Allow yourself to become the resonance field of I am. You see, it's very interesting because in this beautiful state, there is a timelessness into it. So, weirdly enough, you skip time. Because you are surrendering and giving endlessly, unconditionally. You release all pressure. Let go of all agendas. You just give and give and give to yourself and everything around you. You just give and give and give and give to yourself and everything around you. You just give and give and give. You cannot stop giving.
It doesn't matter if they like it or not. It doesn't matter if parts of you reject it and say, I don't deserve all of this love. You cannot stop. That's why you don't need to create patience. You don't need to do anything, you just cannot stop. You just give and you give and you give and you give. And those parts of you say, no, please, I don't deserve so much love. I am ugly, I hate myself. But you cannot stop. You just give and you give and you give and you give. And as you give and you give and you give and you give, the great equalizer operates. And all the parts of you that fight and resist the receiving of so much beauty, learn from their mistakes. They just understand. As the frequency arises, so it is the consciousness, the understanding, the self-expression go equalizing with the heart. And you cannot stop. You don't care. You're beyond time. You're not counting. Days, weeks, months, seconds, years, centuries, it doesn't matter. You just give and you give and you give and you give and you give. You are beyond time. You are beyond time. And you give and you give and you give and you give. And as you give to yourself, you cannot hold on, so you give to others around you. And you give and you give and you give and you give and you give. But they reject you, they fight you, they deny you. As once upon a time you did this to yourself. And you cannot stop. And you give and you give and you give and you give. You don't expect anything in return, you don't expect recognition, you don't care because you just can't stop giving. You just overflow from eternity because there is an endlessness into it. And you give and you give and you give and you give and you give. And then by divine law and decree, as the great equalizing cannot be stopped, you shall receive and receive and receive and receive. As everything mirrors back to you, your giving. So be it and so it is. So, if there is any trick to the acknowledgement, is this endless giving from the endless source of I am in your heart. So be it, and so it is. As you understand this lesson, the exercise of going to the future, to the golden city, the new earth, reaches a new level of clarity to you. Why this is the maturity of your soul. To be in a space where everything and everyone is just overflowing, they cannot stop. Why all of this overflowing inevitably accelerate and open up amazing possibilities and creation. Why inevitably this overflowing in this kingdom, this realm, starts to pour to all directions, planets, civilizations, galaxies. Because it cannot be stopped, you see. It's an endless overflow. I cannot contain myself. I need to give and to overflow this beauty in my heart. and spreads to all directions. Every planet, civilization, galaxy, universe starts to be overflowed. Every dimension starts to be elevated. All realms above, everything below. It just starts to receive. As if there is this huge pouring in of endless love. So be it, and so it is.
I am this force of nature that cannot be contained or stopped. I am the overflow of I am in all kingdoms and realms. I am the overflow of the most beautiful creation everywhere. I am the purest manifestation of beauty and love. So be it, and so it is.
What do you want to yourself as a creator? Can you open your arms to receive the beauty of this co-creation and all the realms that comes together to build and create this with you? Can you shine to all directions with us? Can you accept and receive the overflow? Helping, facilitating, enjoying. Can you embrace with your consciousness and free will the gifts we pour into you? If that is your choice, let's together say out loud.
I ask, choose, and allow the highest expression of I am and its messages to me to intervene in my favor to guarantee my creations, my dreams, thought, emotions, speech, interactions, and all forms of self-expression along this day and beyond in the highest frequency and resonance with I am, creating heaven on earth, sealing, magnetizing, and guaranteeing the most beautiful creation. So be it, and so it is. Visualize your day and this endless pouring in, flooding your life, flooding everything, your bones, your marrows with love, with eternity, with endlessness. Feel this pouring in, overflowing in you and now through you as we all resonated. This beautiful mandala of co-creation now go activating unconceivable amount of beings in many dimensions of space and time. All flooding, activating, and resonating this amazing co-creation. This beautiful mandala, circling, synchronizing, activating, and resonating in all directions of space and time. So be it, and so it is. Rejoice, rejoice, rejoice. The beauty of co-creation and resonance in amazingness. Let's rejoice, rejoice, rejoice by decreeing all of us together in one voice. So be it, and so it is, because this is my will, the will divine, sacred, consciousness divine, sacred presence manifested right here, right now in this earth, through this face and temple of I am. So be it, and so it is, so be it, and so it is, so be it, and so it is. Gratidão.